Hey there, and welcome to the Dr. Jena Vargas Podcast, where this is a podcast that's educational to empower and equip high-performing expert consultants, entrepreneurs, and executive leaders with ADHD to reach their full potential and show up as their best selves in pursuit of earning 6 to 7 figures. When I was back in kind of thinking about what I've been passionate about is really cracking the code of nurturing the whole self since I was a young girl, very young, like single digits. I've always been very inquisitive, asking questions, and figured there must be a secret process to managing each area of life seamlessly as we experience those new seasons of life, while also trying to figure out how to automate processes and systems and generate more revenue in the process, but still having that time and financial freedom. So I would interview many women over the years who were successful about their routines, how many children they had, what their work-life goals were, and how they were able to really juggle everything they needed to throughout each area of their life. When I was in college, just a fun fact, my original degree was in telecommunications with the goal of becoming a broadcaster, being on TV. So this kind of feels like I'm going, let's say, full circle. Now, as an adult and a lifelong learner, I want to really continue to educate myself and reposition my mindset about really what it means to be a high-performing individual, expert, parent, and partner who also has the goal of earning 6 to 7 figures. I'm currently at 6, loving to inspire and learn the strategies and the insights and automation to really simplify everything to, again, get more of that time and financial freedom that many of us are looking for. And I really want to provide easy and simple step-by-step ways to simplify the everyday life as a way to maximize our full potential and live our best lives. And ultimately, I really want to teach my children, after all, the most effective and efficient ways to prepare for life as an adult using many of these same resourceful strategies. When I've spoken to other parents in my friends group, I know that they were also very interested in finding ways to really manage it all, if we will. So to kind of back up a little, in the winter of 2014, I met with my very first career coach, Martha, and she has always been such a powerful and an inspiring mentor in my life, and has really showed me a way of the visual of kind of understanding the wheel of life. And I was hooked. If I could figure out, I thought to myself, if I could really figure out how to take an active lead throughout each area. So just imagine you have a pie and there's 8 slices. We all love some yummy pie, right? There's career, family, finances, health and wellness, personal, professional growth, relationships, spirituality, and social life. Then I'd feel more successful in keeping things kind of under control, understanding what does my success vision look like. And it might vary in each chapter and season, but ultimately kind of deciding what needed to shift and what I needed to prioritize based on kind of the season of life. Once I began to really put the pieces together, my girlfriends and I really began to share our successes and challenges throughout each of these areas, and kind of the light bulb began to go off. Now, just last year, just to kind of catch you up to speed, I was re-diagnosed with ADHD because as a child, my parents just said I was energetic and hyperactive. But when I met with a therapist that specialized in ADHD and specializes in it, it became more apparent about my newly found superpowers and areas I'd like to consider, let's say, blind spots. So I knew I really need to become more purpose-driven to overcome my challenges. How can I show up as my best self and learn everything I can about my superpowers and maybe some of those blind spots I want to watch out for? And how can I take others along on the journey and teach them and give insights and education and really inspire them to kind of work and get better in each of these areas. It's always opportunity for growth and development and having grace with ourselves and others, right? So what better way than talk about it is what I thought to myself and educate myself in the process by speaking with other successful experts in each of these areas, as well as people that are successful experts, as well as people that understand and can really simplify ADHD and the impact in each of these areas of our lives as we are growing and blossoming in our business and or careers. After all, as a recruiter, you may or may not know, but we ask millions of questions and interview people for a living. So I figured this may very well be a perfect transition project. I've had the urge to start a podcast now for about 3 to 4 years, I'd say, but the timing just hasn't felt right until more recently. I was a full-time student in 2018. I registered with Capella in April of 2018 for my doctoral program and told myself if I wasn't able to fully commit and dedicate myself to being consistent and focused, I would place that dream on the back burner for now until I graduated just last February 2022. So I really set this big, exciting new milestone for myself to develop a podcast. I've been building out a list of potential ideas and guests, so stay tuned. If you are looking to be a guest, I'll share the registration link soon enough. And secondly, I would love to be a guest host as well if you have a podcast and are open to collaborating and seeing a good fit there based on your clients and your audience, I should say. So here we are 1 month later, presenting to you my very first podcast, which is so exciting. The planning part of the broadcasting from back in the day was always a little nerve-wracking because you never know if the audience will really be able to hear and see what I'm putting out there and really like to receive that as a content developer. But I always tell myself, where there's a will, there's a way. And it's so important for us to face our fears and continue pushing forward through adversity. That's my encouragement and inspiration for you. So after all, I have that hope for you. And it's how we grow as humans, right? We got to challenge ourselves and challenge the status quo so we get outside of our comfort zone and face our fears. I'm really excited to announce I'll be releasing this podcast once a month for starters, and then we'll see how it goes from there. And I'll be talking with other successful experts earning 6 to 7 figures, and also people that understand and can simplify what ADHD is and how to maximize our superpowers. And also, there might even be a mix of everyday parents who, just like me, will be sharing their experience of living their best lives by focusing and nurturing the whole self while building successful businesses and careers. This podcast is aimed at improving the way we live, one action step at a time, keeping it super simple. I'll offer valuable guides and resources along the way. Now, if you like the sound of this, please subscribe to this podcast. You can also follow Dr. Jena Vargas on LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok, and subscribe over on YouTube. My children always say, my kiddos say, you can like, share. I think you can ring the bell, potentially. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next episode. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me. I'm your host, Jena Vargas, a former recruiter turned podcast producer and lover of content production and digital marketing as a way to connect and engage with other high-performing experts about ways to live our best lives through our career and life transitions. After all, we all experience adversity and we need a little bit of encouragement and inspiration to get through it.